What if I told you single page habit done consistently over time can transform your life in 2025? And the fun fact, you can easily implement it in your life with just a pen and paper with the 5-step framework that I am going to give you in this video to transform your life, because I have practiced and developed this habit and noticed the improvement and drastic changes in my progress, productivity and mental health after implementing it for more than a month. But I was trying to develop this habit for a long time, half of 2024, but always got down. But I decided to figure out how to stay consistent to this habit when there was a lot of information about it online, and I have sealed all the information in the 5-step framework which I used without noticing to build and experience this habit and its benefit. Let's break the silence. The single page habit is deliberate journaling. Yeah, not just journaling, deliberate journaling. Deliberate journaling is not just documenting your day, writing some random thought. It's a part of it definitely. But deliberate journaling is about being intentional, observing your actions, identifying patterns and focusing on what really matters, and stuff like gratitude, affirmation. So let me show you how you can implement this deliberate journaling in your life and be better to the 5-step framework in this video. But before knowing about the 5-step framework and mastering deliberate journaling, let's understand its benefit. To give your brain a reason to release dopamine, because our brain releases dopamine during any action when it expects a reward, and the journaling benefit can be the reward for your brain. So let's start. Just as there are two persons. One person just had a breakup and also got fired from his company. He is angry, but the same company again gave him the chance to join it back after 3 months when he could not land a job. But he is in anger with the company for firing him. And another person is on self-improvement and he is noticing a decline in his performance from 2 weeks, and he is frustrated now and not taking action. So ask yourself, what would be the best way or the advice to help each person? For the first person, it is best that he should accept that what happened is the past and admit that due to his anger with the company, he is missing a golden opportunity to get back to his normal financial state due to anger, a deadly emotion. And for the second, it is best that he becomes calm and reviews what he did and what he is currently doing during this time period and address where he has flaws to correct. And do you know what's the best way these two people can do it? Multiple researches and studies like that of Dr. James Pennybaker on bad emotions and stress reduction shows that the best way for the first person is to writing his thoughts and emotions and then asking himself and reflecting on his condition and opportunity. And for the second person, it's best to write down his actions he took the previous week and reflect on it. Identify patterns that may be holding him back. Now notice something, in both the cases, two words were common: writing and reflect. Both the persons were best suggested to write their thought, actions and reflect on it to get clear decisions and identify patterns that may be disturbing their progress. This writing and reflection is deliberate journaling. So to give your brain the reason to release dopamine during this deliberate journaling process, you should know its benefit. Out of its several benefits, you have already discovered 3: emotional regulation, clear decision making, progress tracking and strategizing plans as per need. And its other benefits include better focus, as these suppressed emotions also take a lot of your focus even when you are not aware of it. And finally, the old school definition and benefits. You could document your journey and reflect on it to understand how far you have come, and you could also store new ideas for the future to work on. Now you have given your brain the reason to release dopamine during this journey, but still this is only the 25% part of the equation. The other 75% is your environment and the 5-step framework. So let's first go to the environment part. Just assume it's late at night and you are tired, but you have scheduled to study late night. And when the time comes, you sat in your bed and start studying. But what's the probability that you would wait long enough to study, or that you will not fall asleep now and then? Probably less. But now on the other case, you would sit at your study desk. Now compare the chances of falling asleep. Yeah, you would see some sleeping trigger, but still you could stay up longer and focus better on the study desk. This occurs due to the context dependent learning theory, according to which our brain associates our environment and its object, like bed and study table in this case, to certain responses like sleeping for bed and studying for study table. And that's why at night our brain wants to sleep in the bed rather than studying, but on the study table the associated response is to study, and that's why we can focus better and stay up longer there. And this highlights that our brain aligns certain environment and object traits to certain response. As James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, has said, environment is the hidden hand that shapes human behavior. If we apply the same principle to our deliberate journaling, we can easily trigger our brain to start journaling at night and not fall asleep. By the way, I regularly fell asleep in my starting days of journaling because I was journaling on my bed or half lying down, and my mind triggered this environment and condition with sleep response, and that's why I fell asleep. So now you have your first action in the action plan, which you can download anytime from description. Set a particular time, place, and medium to journal. This will help your brain to trigger the journaling behavior when it's time and you see the place where you will journal and your diary. The time would differ as per you, but best keep it in the night just before you sleep, and the place should be somewhere where you don't fall asleep, and the medium can be a pen and a paper if you prefer journaling physically, which I prefer myself. But if you prefer a digital app, you can use Day One, a free journaling app. But whatever you choose, stick to it long enough. But don't worry to switch when you don't have a physical journal, Wi-Fi connection or your phone. And now you have a fixed time, fixed place or the environment and fixed medium to trigger this habit in your brain. And remember to set an alarm for journaling because this aligns with the main concept in habit formation. The cue, craving, response, reward, feedback loop. Here, the cue is the alarm and the craving is your journaling place and medium. And the response is journaling. And the reward, we'll talk about it later in the 5-step framework. If this loop is repeated again and again, it links the cue to the reward. That means the alarm means you will experience the journaling benefit, and that triggers your brain to release dopamine, which in turn gives you motivation to go through the response, the journaling process. So now you have give your brain the reason to motivate you at the start, and then you have fixed your mind in this good journaling habit loop, which after enough repetition will also become a motivation giver. But that's not the end. The question is how to start the repetitions, because you can't go all out at once to deliberate journaling. Your brain will not be able to handle the mental energy due to the journaling's high mental energy need for a longer time. And as our brain is programmed to survive, expend less energy and conserve more, that's when journaling's high energy demand needs tackle with it and can't cope up with it for longer. And that will not allow you to get enough repetitions to form a habit, and ultimately you will quit. And that's where the 5-step framework comes. Our brain is made to survive and conserve as much energy as it can to survive long term, and that's why we have to limit small energy needs for the habit, and we can do it with the progressive overload, starting from lighter and progressing to heavier weight, or progression in exercise term. But in habit forming term, it is starting with a less time and mental energy consuming version of that habit to scaling it to a point where you are logged in with the habit, so that your brain will first adapt to the low energy needs of the easier version, and with a little increment in its difficulty and energy every now and then, the increments will be small for our brain and it will progress easily, and boom, we have reached the original habit. And this is the same principle on which the 5-step framework is developed, going from easy time consuming version of journal to slight increments every now and then to get to the full journaling version, deliberate journaling. So it's progressive overload, but not of weights and progression, but of habit and mental energy consumption. But before entering this 5-step framework, you should know the rule. First one, make it personal. Even the samest movements can be there. And second one, just write in flow, not try to correct grammatical error. For the first one, it's your personal diary, not the show off one. So keep that in mind. No one is going to see it. So you can and you should document even the most shameful moments of your life. And for the second one, it connects with the first one. As no one is going to see it, there's no need to stop every now and then to correct your grammatical error. And what you write in the flow of writing, with or without grammatical error, are coming deep down from your mind, heart, and emotion. So don't break the flow, as they may never be the same deep down writing, and no one is coming to point out or correct your grammatical take. Fix these rules in your mind and your journaling would already be 100 times better. Now the thing you are waiting for, the 5-step framework. Let's dive into the first stage, clearing the basics. This phase is mainly designed to introduce you to writing about yourself and your day daily, and that's why you have to do just a single thing in a single page, writing 3 to 4 moments that you can tell anyone as a story you are proud of, the moment you liked in the day. You have to just write the moment, not detail it much. Like if you played with a random street dog, you could write, I'm happy because I played with a random street dog. By the way, I know this is a bad example, and there will be times when it was a bad day or something and you don't have anything to write. But don't worry, that's normal. Every day is not great in anyone's life. Just write what you did at least. It could be waking up on right time, or at least showing up in the workout session, or at least starting a small work. Learn to find the positive in the negative. This skill can literally change your life completely. So you can write, even if it was bad, I woke up on the right time and I progressed. And remember to add the progressed word every time you write. And with time, you will find more story-worthy moments in the day than before. But still, you should not close your journal. You have to end it by a positive affirmation. I progressed today and I am going to make tomorrow better. And now you could close the journal and repeat this for a week by showing up on time and writing the story-worthy movement and finishing with a positive affirmation. Never miss the positive affirmation. It plays a huge role. We'll talk about it later in the video. Now you have to move to the second stage on the 8th day, where you expand your story-worthy movement and add a science-backed journaling method. And one more thing, in stage 2, you will expand your story-worthy movement, explaining it in a paragraph. Like for the street dog example, you have to explain the incident in a paragraph, how you met him, all For the science-backed method, it's gratitude journaling, which has proven its power through various studies to increase happiness and reduce stress. So, how you can use this journaling method? It's simple. You can do it now. Think of any good person you have met or any good thing that has occurred to you and just write, I am grateful for XYZ. Fill it with yourself. For example, I am grateful for seeing the painting. But whatever you write first, think about it that you really appreciate. This will give you a feeling of joy and not repeat the same. I am grateful for my house, my family every day. You should expand your views. Again, it's normal to find no gratitude moments, but even when you write just one moment, your mind would see more moments you can be grateful for in the long run. And you have to repeat it for 10 days to make you adapt to this new overload and practice. Now, on the third stage, where things start to get interesting and hard. Now, in the third stage of journaling, you are gratitude journaling, you are documenting your story-worthy moments, but now comes the serious part that shifts normal journal to deliberate journaling. First half. It starts with writing down bad moments of the day. Yes, from now on, you would not only write the story-worthy moment, but also the bad moments of the day. The places you lagged at, places you didn't give your all, places where you could have improved. This will allow you to address your weaknesses, the area you lack at, understand whether you were pushing hard or not, did you got slow or anything, and don't get sad, but instead see it with a growth mindset. It's an opportunity to improve, strategize, and plan how you could implement it to push to your 100% and past it. And if your mind or your mindset comes in between, just remind yourself that time is passing away. You don't have much time. You have to achieve a lot in the short time period. This may sound harsh, it's raw truth. So from now on, your bad moments of the day, the places you or your circumstances you lack, and think how you can fix it. If it's something related to the outer circumstances that you can't control, just tell your mind you can't control it and leave it. And now the second method, thought journaling. This method will be more of your self-talk, and whenever you feel stressed or any other bad thought or emotion is battling with you, with a single page and pen or your journal app, start writing about how you are feeling. Just write how you are feeling. You need to dive deep to the cause or anything, and ask yourself, is this the emotion or thought I need right now? Probably no. Research suggests that by writing your thoughts, you reduce stress and anxiety, the mental stress of the emotion, and you can always open the thoughts you have journaled and reflect on the cause of that emotion and understand the reason behind the cause and what triggered you. Till now, you have gotten some good amount of methods, so let me show you how it will fix in your life. For stage 3, you have your gratitude journaling in the morning, and it depends on you when you schedule it. You can thought journal whenever a thought comes or a bad emotion comes, and the bad moments and good moments reflection, do it at night before sleeping. And don't forget to finish with the positive affirmation. And for this phase, as it is hard, the time to practice before leveling up to the next stage is 40 days. And this may seem too long for you, but actual deliberate journaling is still harder and it takes time to learn and implement it. Now on the fourth stage of this 5-step framework, where some real journaling works come in. On this stage, you are already expressing gratitude or journaling your thoughts and journaling about good and bad moments. But now instead of journaling about the good and bad moments, you have to document your entire day. And in this phase, you are not going to reflect on good or bad moments. You just have to reflect on your thoughts and document the whole day. This seems simple, but it takes a lot of effort to document your whole day. And remember the deliberate journaling rules. Just this addition and you are ready for leveling up to stage 5 in 10 days. On the 11th day, let's go to stage 5, the real deliberate journaling. In this stage, you are adding two things. First, deliberate journaling. Here, after documenting your whole day like journal, you are going to use prompts which are designed to analyze your day and provide insights and force you to think deeply how you can correct it. So here, after you have documented your day, you have to use prompts in 2 steps. First, ask yourself the following question. First, what went well today and why? Reflect on the positive part of your life and your strength. Second, what challenges did I face and how did I handle them? Reflect on the challenges you overcome and area for growth. Third, what emotions did I feel the most strongly today? Why? Learn about your emotions and how you react to certain things and identify patterns. Fourth, what's the one thing I can improve tomorrow and how will I do it? Reflect on this one thing, and if this one thing based improvement is implemented the whole year, it can make you 37% better at least. And fifth and the last, what am I grateful for today? Yes, end by gratitude to cultivate positivity. Now, on the second step, this is not necessary, but do it when you feel the day's gotten bad or you are feeling low. After using the prompt, you just have to reread your journal entry and highlight what you did wrong today that you normally would not. And if you want, you can reflect back to positive days also, gain insights and identify patterns that may have slowed your progress. Now, on the second thing, remember the two positive affirmations I added at the start and said that I would explain it later. So, there's a quote by Brian Tracy that your life is a reflection of your thought. If you change your thinking, you can change your life. It's literally raw truth. I realized it while writing out this script of this video. Yeah, I am still learning and I will learn till I'm in this world. So the realization was that in the majority of 2024, I was trying to be on NoFap quit bad habit, but I was unable to quit. I may relapse after 20 days, 7 days, 1 month or more. But in the later months of 2024, probably November and December, I decided to NoFap completely and I'm consistent till now and will be consistent to NoFap. I noticed a small change that in the previous periods of 2024, whenever I tried to go on NoFap previously, I always thought that I am unworthy or bad guy and that replicated in my life. But during these months of November and December till now, I never thought about NoFap after accepting this NoFap challenge and always thought that I am worthy of success in all aspects of my life and it replicated in my life. I'm consistent with NoFap. That's when I understood the power of thoughts and started only saying positive thoughts. And my journaling bad moments prompt always end with a positive affirmation. And if I stayed true, I never believed in visualization that top athletes like Virat, Ronaldo, Kobe, Michael Jordan did. But this realization that occurred to me about being positive, I'm trying to implement it in my life from then. And that's why every morning I started to write positive affirmations in my journal and visualize that I have already achieved my goal by a particular date for each of my goals. And some other positive lines like I have high emotional control and more. So this is the second part. Start writing positive affirmations about your goal and how your future self act. Straight big description of his and repeat this every morning and every night if you can, because if you repeat them every morning and night and visualize the person simultaneously, your subconscious will work hard with you to achieve that reality, create that identity you have set for you. You can write it in this format: I have or I am achieved this goal by this date. And with that, the 5-step framework has come to an end. And congrats, because you really wanted to change yourself and become your best version. That's why you stayed till here. So, before giving you the PDF of the 5-step framework and the action plan, here's how it will fit in your daily schedule so you can plan your day. The positive affirmations with the gratitude in the morning will take only 15 to 20 minutes. And the night journaling after finishing all your tasks will take up to 30 to 40 minutes of your day. So, schedule your day according to that because you wanna get enough sleep. And I have also provided a journaling habit contract down in the description, which is a promise to yourself or more of a contract to yourself that you will commit to journaling and go through the 5-step framework, and a reminder that any good thing has delayed reward. That means any of its benefits will take time to show up in your life, but no matter what, you will commit and you have to get it printed, write your name on it and sign and keep it where you could say it daily and comment down, I'm committed. So you can download the action list, 5-step framework and the habit tracker from the link in description. And if this video added value to your life, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel to join a community of like-minded individuals. And as always, work or not, time will pass away. So grind. Sayonara. Peace.